Good evening, dear traveler. My name is Mr. James Candlelight, and I welcome you here tonight with open arms. Settle yourself comfortably now, for we are about to embark on a journey to a place where time moves differently. Tonight, we travel to the endless dunes, a vast desert of golden sand that stretches beyond all horizons, where the sky is so clear that the stars seem close enough to touch. In this ancient place, there lives a woman who some call the Starweaver. She is old beyond counting, with eyes that hold the light of distant galaxies and hands that know the patterns of the heavens. She sits each night by her fire, weaving stories from starlight, helping lost souls find their way home. And tonight, you are one of those travelers. You have wandered far, and now you seek rest beneath her endless sky. This is a story of searching and finding, of being lost and being found, of discovering that sometimes what we seek has been within us all along. Before we begin our journey into the desert, let us prepare ourselves with a few moments of deep relaxation. Let my voice guide you gently into stillness. Let's begin. Close your eyes now, if you haven't already. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and with each number, you will release a little more. You will sink deeper into comfort, deeper into peace, like footsteps sinking into warm sand. 10. Feel yourself supported. The surface beneath you holds you completely. You don't need to hold yourself up. You can let go now. Beneath you, always, is the earth, constant, steady, reliable. Let yourself be held by it. 9. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice where you're holding tension. Perhaps in your feet, which have carried you through the day. Perhaps in your back, which has supported you. Maybe in your shoulders, where so many burdens rest. Or in your jaw, your neck, your hands. Just notice these places without judgment, and as you notice them, feel them beginning to soften, to release, like sand slipping through fingers. 8. You are completely safe here with me. My voice is your anchor in this moment. Trust that I will guide you only to places of peace and beauty. Let this trust allow you to surrender a little more now. The day is done. Tomorrow has not yet arrived. This moment is yours, and yours alone. 7. Thoughts may drift through your mind like clouds across a desert sky. See them, acknowledge them, but you don't need to follow them. Let them pass, one after another, without holding on to any of them. You are not your thoughts. You are the vast, peaceful awareness in which they appear, like the desert sky, wide and open and free. 6. This time is sacred. This moment belongs to you. You deserve this rest. You deserve this peace. Sometimes we forget this simple truth, but tonight remember, you are worthy of comfort. You are worthy of deep healing sleep. 5. Peace is not something far away. It lives within you always. It is like a well in the desert, deep and cool and constant. Even when the surface of life feels hot and harsh, this peace remains. Can you feel it now? Even just a whisper, that quiet place inside where everything is still. 4. Take a moment for gentle gratitude now. Gratitude for this breath that fills your lungs. Gratitude for the warmth and shelter surrounding you. Gratitude for this moment of quiet rest. Let gratitude soften your heart like water softening the hard earth. 3. Now, begin to see with your mind's eye. Imagine a vast desert spreading before you, golden dunes rolling like waves, stretching endlessly in all directions. The sun is setting, painting the sky in shades of amber, rose, and violet. Can you see it? Can you feel the warm breeze on your skin? 2. Your body has worked so faithfully for you today. Every muscle, every breath has served you well. Now it's time to give your body the gift of complete rest. Feel yourself sinking deeper, releasing everything. 1. Let go entirely now. Surrender to this moment. As the story unfolds, allow yourself to drift wherever you need to go. You are safe. You are held. You are home. And now, our journey into the endless dunes begins. The desert is a place of extremes. By day, the sun blazes with merciless heat, turning the sand into an ocean of fire. But by night, the temperature drops, and the desert becomes a place of profound stillness and breathtaking beauty. It is in these night hours that the desert reveals its true nature, not harsh, not empty, but alive with ancient magic and whispered secrets. You are standing at the edge of the endless dunes as the last light of day fades from the sky. Behind you, the trading town of Kamar is settling into evening. Merchants are closing their stalls. Families are lighting their lamps. But ahead of you stretches only sand and sky. You've been traveling for a long time, haven't you? Searching for something you can't quite name. Perhaps you've lost something. Perhaps you've lost yourself. All you know is that something called you here, to this place where the desert meets the stars. A local merchant noticed you staring out at the dunes and approached quietly. "You seek the Starweaver," he said. It wasn't a question. You nodded, though you'd never heard that name before this moment. The merchant smiled. "Many come seeking her. Few find her, but those who need her most, she finds them." He pointed to a path of stones leading into the dunes. "Follow the stones until you see her fire. Go now, before full dark. The desert is kind to seekers, but only if they show respect." And so you set out, carrying only a small pack, a flask of water, and a hope you can barely acknowledge. Walking on sand is different from walking on solid ground. Each step sinks slightly. Each step requires a little more effort, but there's something meditative about it too. Something that forces you to slow down, to be present with each movement. The stone path winds between the dunes, following some logic you don't understand. The sand around you glows in the dying light, gold turning to copper, then to deep amber. Above, the first stars are beginning to appear. One, then two, then suddenly dozens, hundreds, thousands. You've never seen so many stars. In the city, in the towns, light pollution hides them, but here, in the empty desert, they emerge like a secret being whispered just for you. The temperature drops quickly now. The warmth of day evaporates into the vastness above. You pull your cloak tighter and continue walking. And then you see it, a soft orange glow ahead, flickering between two large dunes. Fire. Your pace quickens despite your tired legs. As you crest the final dune, the scene below takes your breath away. A small oasis nestles in the valley between dunes. 3 palm trees lean over a pool of dark water that reflects the emerging stars. Next to the water sits a large tent made of deep blue and purple fabrics that seem to shimmer in the firelight. And beside the tent, a fire burns in a circle of stones. Sitting cross-legged before the fire is a woman. She is ancient. Her skin is deeply lined, the color of warm earth. Her hair is long and silver, adorned with tiny bells and beads that chime softly when she moves. She wears robes of midnight blue, covered in silver embroidery that, as you look closer, forms patterns of constellations. Her eyes are closed, and her hands move slowly through the air above the fire, as if she's weaving invisible threads. You stand at the top of the dune, uncertain whether to approach. Without opening her eyes, she speaks. Her voice is warm and melodic, carrying easily through the still air. Come down, weary traveler. You've walked far enough. The seeking ends here. You make your way down the dune, sand sliding beneath your feet. As you approach the fire, warmth embraces you, not just the physical warmth of flames, but something deeper, a feeling of being welcomed, of being expected. The woman opens her eyes, and you stop breathing for a moment. Her eyes are unlike anything you've ever seen. They are dark, yes, but within that darkness, tiny points of light shimmer and move. It's as if you're looking into the night sky itself. She smiles, and her whole face transforms into something infinitely kind. "Sit," she says simply, gesturing to a cushion across the fire from her. "You must be tired." You sit gratefully, setting down your pack. The cushion is unexpectedly soft and comfortable. "I am Zara," she says. "Some call me the Starweaver, though I am simply a keeper of old stories and ancient patterns. You begin, but realize you don't know what to say. Why are you here? What are you seeking? Zara raises a hand gently. You don't need to explain. The desert called you. The stars guided you. That is enough. She reaches beside her and pours something from a brass pot into a small cup. The liquid is golden and steams slightly. Drink, she says, handing it to you. It will warm you and ease your journey's weariness. You accept the cup. The liquid smells of honey and spices you can't identify. When you sip, warmth spreads through your chest and limbs. It tastes like comfort, like home, though you can't remember what home tastes like anymore. Zara watches you with those star-filled eyes, and you feel seen in a way you haven't felt in a very long time. You're searching, she says softly, but you don't know what for. You feel lost, but you don't know the way back. You carry something heavy, but you've forgotten what it is. Tears sting your eyes suddenly. How does she know? I know, Zara says, as if hearing your unspoken question, because everyone who finds their way to me carries the same burdens, the same questions. She gestures to the sky above. Look up. You tilt your head back, and the sight steals your breath. The sky is completely black now, and it is filled with more stars than you ever imagined could exist. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of light. The stars have been here every night of your life, Zara says. But how often do you stop to see them? You realize you can't remember the last time you truly looked at the night sky. We forget to look up, Zara continues. We forget that we are part of something vast and beautiful. We get lost in the small and immediate, and we forget the eternal. She stands slowly, her bells chiming. Come, let me show you something. Zara leads you away from the fire toward the pool of water. As you approach, you see that the water is perfectly still, creating a mirror of the sky above. This is the mirror pool, Zara says. It has been here longer than memory. Some say it was created by a falling star. Others say it is a tear from the moon. I don't know which is true, and it doesn't matter. She kneels by the water's edge, and you kneel beside her. Look into the water, she instructs. You look down, expecting to see your reflection. Instead, you see only stars. It's as if the pool has no bottom, as if you're looking down into infinite space. It's disorienting and beautiful all at once. What we seek, Zara says quietly, is often not what we think we're looking for. She dips her hand into the water, and ripples spread across the surface, disturbing the reflected stars. As the water settles, something changes. The stars in the water begin to move, to shift, forming patterns and shapes. You see images appearing in the starlight, scenes from your life. There, your childhood home, the one you almost forgot. There, a person you loved, whose face you haven't thought of in years. There, a moment of joy, pure and simple, that you've been too busy to remember. The images flow and change, one after another, like a story being told in light. These are your stars, Zara whispers, the moments that make up the constellation of your life. Some bright, some dim, but all of them yours. You watch, mesmerized, as your life plays out in starlight. And then you see it, the moment you got lost. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't a single event. It was gradual, a slow forgetting, a turning away from what mattered. You see yourself becoming smaller, dimmer, more afraid. A tear rolls down your cheek and drops into the pool. Where it lands, the water glows briefly, and a new star appears in the reflection. You see, Zara says gently, you are not lost. You have simply forgotten to look at your own light. She places a hand on your shoulder. Every life is a constellation, unique and beautiful. But sometimes we stop seeing our own pattern. We stop recognizing our own stars. The images in the water slowly fade, returning to the simple reflection of the night sky. You came here seeking answers, Zara says, seeking direction, seeking yourself. She stands, helping you to your feet. But the truth is, you never lost yourself. You only stopped seeing. Zara leads you back to the fire. You both sit again, and the flames dance between you. I will tell you a story, she says, picking up a small wooden spindle. An old story from the time before time. She begins to spin the spindle, and as it turns, you notice something extraordinary. Where the thread should be, there are tiny points of light, as if she's spinning starlight itself. Long ago, Zara begins, her voice falling into the rhythm of ancient storytelling. When the world was young and the sky was new, there was only darkness. The lights from her spindle begin to rise into the air, forming shapes above the fire. The darkness was not evil, but it was lonely. It had no way to see itself, no way to know its own vastness. The lights swirl and dance. So the darkness began to dream, and in its dreams it created the first stars. Tiny points of light appear in the air, scattered like seeds. Each star was a thought, a hope, a possibility. And as more stars appeared, the darkness could finally see itself. The lights multiply, creating a miniature galaxy above the fire. The darkness realized it was not empty. It was full of infinite potential, infinite light. Zara's hands move gracefully, guiding the lights, and so it is with us. When we feel lost in our own darkness, when we cannot see our way, we must remember we are full of stars. The lights begin to take shape, forming a human figure made of starlight. Every experience, every moment, every joy and sorrow, they are all stars within us, creating the constellation of who we are. The figure raises its arms, and more stars appear, flowing from its hands. We are not meant to be one single fixed thing. We are meant to be vast, changing, full of light and shadow both. The figure slowly dissolves back into individual points of light, which drift down gently, fading as they fall. The darkness learned to love itself by seeing its own stars. And so must we. Zara stops spinning, and the last lights fade. The story is complete. You sit in silence, absorbing her words. Something inside you feels different, lighter, clearer. Do you understand now? Zara asks gently, and somehow you do. You weren't lost. You were just looking in the wrong direction. You weren't broken. You just forgot your own light. Stay tonight, Zara offers. Rest by my fire. Sleep under these stars. Tomorrow, your journey continues, but tonight, simply be. She gestures to her tent. There are blankets inside. Take what you need. You retrieve soft blankets and a pillow from the tent, and you make a comfortable spot near the fire, but with a clear view of the sky. As you settle into your blankets, the warmth of the fire on one side and the cool desert air on the other, Zara begins to hum softly. It's a wordless melody, ancient and soothing. Above, the stars shine with impossible brightness. You identify constellations you learned as a child: Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia. But now you see them differently, not as distant cold objects, but as companions, as guides, as reminders that you too are made of stardust. Zara's humming continues, blending with the soft crackle of the fire and the whisper of wind across sand. Your eyes grow heavy. Your body sinks deeper into the blankets. You feel held by the earth beneath you and watched over by the stars above. Rest now, traveler. Zara's voice comes softly. You are exactly where you need to be. As you drift towards sleep, you feel something shifting inside you. The heaviness you've carried is dissolving like salt in water. The confusion is clearing like morning mist. You remember now. You remember who you are, not lost, not broken, not forgotten. Simply a constellation of experiences, of moments, of light and darkness woven together. Simply human, simply yourself, simply enough. The fire pops softly. A bell on Zara's robe chimes in the breeze. Somewhere far away, a night bird calls, and above, the stars wheel slowly in their ancient dance. You are part of this dance. You always have been. Even when you couldn't see it, you were dancing. Even when you felt lost, you were exactly where you needed to be. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat steadies. The vast desert holds you in its ancient arms. The endless sky watches over you with 10,000 eyes of light. And Zara, the Starweaver, keeper of stories and patterns, sits by her fire and smiles. Another lost soul found, another weary traveler given rest, another constellation remembered. Sleep now, dear traveler, sleep deeply. Let the stars watch over your dreams. Let the desert hold you in its timeless peace. Tomorrow you will wake and you will remember. You will remember your own light. You will remember your own pattern. You will remember that you were never truly lost. But tonight there is only rest, only peace, only the infinite sky, and the warm earth and the space between heartbeats where everything is still. The fire burns low, glowing like embers of captured starlight. Zara's humming fades to silence, and you drift deep and dreamless, held by the endless dunes, held by the stars, held by the ancient magic of simply being seen, being welcomed, being enough. Sleep, traveler, sleep. The seeking is over. You are home.